Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is Sunday and it's officially the beginning of week 3 of my 12-week weight loss journey. I'm feeling pretty good right now. It is currently 4:51 p.m. I've just been running around all day like a crazy person, just doing stuff. So far I've really only had one meal, and that was my breakfast. Actually it was like 12:30 was my lunch, what I ate after I came back from the gym. I haven't had anything else to eat since then, so I'm kind of hungry now. But I just thought I'd come in here and give you guys a quick intro. Usually I do my weigh-ins on Sunday, but I haven't done that yet. I like to do it on an empty stomach, just because I feel like you get a better calculation. Well, no, you get a better showing of what your true weight is. But I was so hungry when I got back from the gym, I went straight to food and I didn't weigh myself. So I think I will actually weigh myself either tonight before I go to bed, or probably early tomorrow morning, just again to make sure I'm getting the a true account of what my weight is, and then I'll just kind of insert it somewhere just to let you guys see that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to touch base with you on, and I will update you guys periodically throughout this week, and I guess next week as well. So today is Tuesday the 20th. Actually it's Tuesday the 21st. It is, I guess, technically the 3rd day of week 3 since my week started on Sunday, and I just thought I'd come on here and update you guys real quick about something interesting that happened yesterday in terms of the whole diet thing. So on Monday, which was yesterday, I was feeling a little hungrier than usual, even after I had the snacks that I packed. I feel like I started getting hungry at like 8:39, and for me, I usually typically don't get hungry till like 10. And I also noticed that I had like a really bad headache that lasted, most of the day. So what I figured out might have been the case was the fact that I was eating a lot less in terms of calories for my snacks, because so instead of like the pepperoni sticks and whatnot that I would typically have, I decided to just pack some chicken thighs instead, and at least eat that, because my doctor advised to stay away from overly processed foods, and pepperoni sticks are not overly processed. So I decided that I would prep some chicken thighs. So the snack for that day, like a source of protein, I did like 62 grams of the 60 grams of the chicken thighs, and I also did like a little thing of Greek yogurt that I packed, about 135 grams, and some maple syrup, and those were my main snacks in addition to grapes. And I found that I was really hungry, and lunchtime could not come soon enough for me. So what I boiled it down to was that I wasn't having, my snacks were a lot lower in calories than the first couple weeks, so I needed to kind of change that. So today, and I also had my protein shake that I packed, which I also drank, but I still was feeling hungry. So today I was going to kind of test out a theory to see whether or not it was I was having enough calories in the way of snacks. But my boss came down, and I kind of had like a lunch with my boss, so we went out to eat, so I really couldn't test that out fully today, unfortunately. But tomorrow I will for sure be able to do that. It's just going to go back to my normal way of eating and all of that. So that's pretty much the update I kind of wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about before I forgot about it. I'm standing outside my house because I kind of wanted to change the scenery, and I don't want to record in the living room inside because my brother has friends over. So but today is Sunday. It is January 26th. It is officially the beginning of, yeah, it's the 26th. It's officially the beginning of week 4, and I just wanted to come on here and give a quick update of how the remaining few days of week 3 went. Okay, so like I had mentioned earlier in the week, I was having a little bit of struggles with just kind of feeling sated, and I kind of explained why. And it was just kind of like a lack of, I don't want to say a lack of preparation, but just a couple things were off. But by the Thursday, I was feeling fine and full, and like I was feeling in the weeks before. So that was a good update. And the next day, which was Friday the 24th, was pretty good as well. There were no headaches, no hunger throughout the day, and that was because I was able to eat closer to my usual lunchtime, which is around 1:32, between that time frame, and that energy kind of sustained me throughout the night. So I wasn't feeling super hungry. But Friday, I kind of decided to have a cheat day. I was really craving pizza, so I decided to listen to my body, and for dinner that night I had some pesto chicken pizza from Panago, and I also ordered their like cinnamon breadsticks. It was pretty good. I got like a small size, and I ate like 4 slices out of it, and I think I ate 3 of the cinnamon breadsticks. The unfortunate part, the good part was it was delicious. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty good, but the unfortunate part was it didn't keep me full. It didn't keep me as full as my usual prepped dinners would have, and I still kind of felt hungry later in the night. It just goes to show that foods like that are calorically dense, and you cannot have them you know, every single day. Once in a while, once a month, once every couple of weeks is pretty good. Like I mentioned in a previous video, I practice the 80-20 rule, so I believe in eating, you know, whole nutritious foods 80% of the time, and 20% of the time just, you know, enjoying and living your life. Nothing wrong with that. And I also stand by the statement that moderation is key with everything that you're doing. So just knowing when to stop, put your fork down, and acknowledging that you're, you know, full, you don't need any more. Yeah, so that was week 3. It was good. It was a little challenging for the first few days, but I think I got through it. And then what I wanted to also come on here and talk about is, like you guys know, I do my weekly weight update, a weekly weigh-in, and my weight didn't really change at all at the end of week 3 going into week 4. So at the beginning of week 3, I had gone down to 176.4 pounds, but by the end of week 3, I had only lost like 0.2 pounds off of that. So Sunday morning, this morning when I weighed myself, I was just at 176.2 still. So not a lot in terms of changes. So I don't think I'm far into this to have hit a plateau yet. I'm going to continue eating the same amount of calories for week 4, and if nothing really changes, I might consider just recalculating my TDEE and maybe drop in my total calories by like 50 or 100 calories and see how that ends up working out. But yeah, I'm still pretty excited, still pretty pumped and motivated. I'm not feeling, usually in the past when I would hop on the scale and the weight is unchanged, I would start to feel kind of like defeat. And I will admit, this morning when I weighed myself, once I got up, no food, no nothing, and it didn't change as much as I hoped it would, those old feelings of defeat almost crept back. But I had to remind myself that I'm not doing anything wrong, and I just had to trust the process. I mean, so far I've lost like, what, 4 pounds, and that's pretty amazing in and of itself. Like, even 1 pound is amazing in and of itself. And just, I guess I wanted to take this time to encourage whomever is on their own weight loss journey that just because the scale is not budging doesn't mean you're not making progress. I mean, you're eating better, you're hopefully exercising and moving a lot more than you used to, and in my opinion that is progress. So I just kind of had to remind myself of that, and I wanted to remind whomever might be, you know, on their own weight loss journey that. But yeah, that's pretty much the update I have going into this new week. I'm standing outside and I'm getting really cold even though I have like a cardigan on, so I'm gonna go back inside, eat something because I'm kind of getting a little hungry. I'll eat something and then just do other stuff that I need to do. And it's actually, I guess, almost the end of week 4. And I just thought I'd hop on here, just talk to you guys real quick about how the week went. It was kind of an interesting week, to be honest, because I found myself being a little lax in terms of, you know, staying on track with tracking my calories first of all, but also I found myself like snacking on little things here and there at work and just kind of cheating a little bit. And here's the thing, throughout this entire journey that I'm putting on here and sharing with you guys, I want to be as transparent as possible just to make sure that I'm, you know, being accountable and not lying and pretending like it's easy, because it's not. This is the 4th week, it's the end of the 1st month, and you know, you'd think it would get easier doing these things, but apparently it does not. But anyway, I'll come back to that. But I found myself, you know, kind of cheating a little bit and being a little bit lax in terms of making sure I'm tracking everything that I'm eating, even like the little chips here and there that I was kind of snacking on at work. But thankfully I didn't go too crazy. And I also found myself craving like sweets, which even though I had mentioned earlier that I wasn't craving as much junk, for some reason towards like that Wednesday, I want to say, I was starting to feel like that. I was starting to want some ice cream or some chips or something salty. And then I was taking a shower, I want to say Friday, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh, I think I might be PMSing, because my period was gonna be coming in a few days. And like, okay, that makes a lot more sense as to why my appetite is all of a sudden changed in a matter of a week. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not easy, it's difficult, but I just kind of had to remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing, you know? I want to be better with my eating, I want to lose weight, and I just want to feel better, physically and internally as well. And I won't achieve that goal if I'm, you know, constantly snacking here and there and, you know, finding ways to justify it. At any rate, it is the end of the month, well, the end of the, we're at 4 weeks, so we are, I guess, a third of a way into this, because I want to do this for 12 weeks like I'd mentioned. And you know, last week my weight didn't really budge a lot, and this week I was starting to feel, maybe subconsciously, the reason why I was, you know, being a lot more peckish, besides my morphological changes in terms of my hormones, not morphological, biological changes in terms of my hormones. Maybe the reason I was, you know, just being a little more peckish was because I almost kind of felt defeated. Like, okay, I've been doing this, really being consistent, really working hard, and last week the scale only moved by a bit. And I'm human. I am allowed to feel that way, you know. As much as I know not to expect quick results, a part of me still wants that, you know. But it takes a lot to just kind of rein myself in and trust the process, guys. I think that's just what's most important, is to just trust the process. Keep tracking your food, keep eating in a deficit, keep working out, keep exercising, keep progressing at the gym, and the changes will come. You know, it might take longer than you expect, longer than you want to, but you can't give up. The moment you give up is the moment you undo all the work that you've put in up until that point. And that's something that I think I needed to say out loud, and just to remind myself I cannot slip up, because just by slipping up I gain those pounds that I've lost, and I'm adding 4 more weeks or even 6 more weeks to, you know, my end date, which is tasking on the body itself and on my mental state, and that's just not something I want to do. I just kind of wanted to come on here and let you guys know, you know, it's not easy. It's never going to be easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it, and people would be losing weight easily left, right, and center, but it's not. You just kind of have to keep in mind that you're doing this for your health and for your well-being, and just keep going even when things seem bleak. And tomorrow is going to be my weekly weigh-in, of course. I don't know how to feel. I feel like I would have either lost more weight, maintained my weight, or even gained more weight. And I just want to be okay with that, knowing that, you know, this week, you know, had its challenges. I just wanted to be able to move past that. So I'm really excited, and that's just kind of what I wanted to touch base on with you guys here. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the final update for week 4. It is actually the second day of week 5. So usually I like to kind of end the week / begin another week by just talking about how the previous week was. But yesterday, which was Sunday, for some reason I just, not that I didn't feel like doing it, but my day was just kind of weird that it ended up not happening. Anyway, I'm rambling too much now, but I just figured I'd hop on here and quickly wrap up the week and let you guys know how the week ended, and also give you guys an update about my I guess my weekly weigh-in will be for the beginning of week 5, so not for the end of week 4. But yeah, so pretty much week 4 was a little bit difficult, I'll be honest. I was a lot hungrier than I'd been in the last couple weeks, and I had a lot more cravings. And later on in the week I realized it was because I was PMSing and expecting my period, and sure enough, my period did come, and my hunger cues, I guess, are back to normal. So week 4 was definitely a little bit of a challenge, and I kind of sat down and talked to you guys about how I was feeling and how I found this week a little bit difficult. But you know, like I said, it's not an easy process. It's not an easy journey. If it were, everybody would be doing it, and people would be, you know, able to lose weight and keep it off for a long period of time. And I'm not trying to make this a quick weight loss thing. I know I do have a, you know, set goal of 12 weeks, but that's just to make me more accountable in a sense. It's always nice to have an endpoint in mind for your goals, just so you're working towards something. But yeah, just kind of needed that reminder. I need to remember why I'm doing what I'm doing, and just, you know, just keep going. I've come, you know, I'm 5 weeks in now, and I can't just undo everything I've done by, you know, giving up like I would have in the past. But yeah, so that pretty much sums up weeks 3 and 4. Week 3 was fine. Week 4 was a little more challenging, but we made it. We're here and we're good to go. But yeah, I just thought I'd hop on here and just kind of wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching, for staying tuned, for being supportive. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you liked about the video. If you have any suggestions you could give me, any tips, any hacks that can, you know, help me stay on track even during my pre-period, or well, during the week before my period, because that's really what kind of set me back this week. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. It really does help me out. And that is pretty much all I wanted to say, and I will see you guys in my next video.